Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today we're doing it. It is that time, y'all. It's time for the playoffs of the NFL. We are doing the wild card weekend predictions. The first round of the NFL playoffs. And it's crazy how we're already here, guys. Sadly, my Bengals didn't make it again. Frick you, Kansas City. And yeah, it's been a sad season for the Bengals, but we're not going to talk about them anymore officially until offseason arrives. So we just got to get over it. But yeah, guys, we got the playoffs to watch now. And again, still sad about it. But we're going to get over it. But guys, we're going to get into this. We're going to get straight into it. So we got some Saturday games. We got a couple Saturday games. The first one though, we got the Chargers taking on the Texans. The Chargers, man. They beat the Raiders, claiming that fifth seed. And honestly, that's what they really needed to do. I mean, this is their best chance at beating a team in the playoffs. Because Baltimore, I think they can beat the Chargers. The Bills and Chiefs can definitely beat the Chargers. But Houston, though, on the other hand, it's going to be a test. It's going to be a test for them. And I'm not saying Houston's bad or anything. But listen, on the Houston side of things, it's not really been that great of a season. Yes, they didn't start starters, but they did get the win. So they got in the playoffs with a 10-7 record. Because they couldn't get anything higher or lower, so because they already won that division. But yeah, the Texans, it's honestly been a rough year. Joe Mixon, he started the year off pretty hot, and then he just kind of got really quiet. And I know he's been injured for a little bit, but still, he's had some games where he hasn't really been able to be productive for the Texans, and he's gonna need to be in the playoffs. He's got experience with the Bengals, and that should help a little bit, but still, he's got to have some really good games for the Texans to win games. Just because of the fact that Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell are obviously out for the whole playoffs, unless the Super Bowl or something. I don't know. I don't know who's all hurt or not. All I know is that they're out for the season. I don't know if they're gonna be able to come back. I don't think so. I think Tank Dell had surgery instead. But yeah. But other than that, their only receiver really is, what is it, Nico Collins, John Mechie, and somebody else. They do got Dalton Schultz, which is good. CJ Stroud, though, he's had an up and down year. And I see why he's had an up and down year. All of his receivers just getting injured, in and out injuries. And he's without two of them. Yes, the Texans host this game. This is really a toss-up. But I'm actually going to go with the Chargers to win this game, guys. I got it in a low-scoring game, 23-20. I think both offenses kind of match, honestly. But the Texans, I just don't think they have enough firepower on them this year now. If they had the receivers healthy, this would be a different game. But without those two receivers, man, I think they're going to get it one and done this year. And they'll have to look ahead at next year and hope everybody else can stay healthy. Maybe get another, mini receiver just in case something like this happens again. But yeah, I got the Chargers winning, guys, 23-20, and advancing to the division round to take on, likely the Chiefs or something like that. I don't know. We'll see after the rest of these predictions. But the next game, guys, you got a good one on Saturday night. I think this is on Saturday night. You got Steelers at Ravens. The Steelers, man, losing 4 straight in a row, losing to the Bengals. You didn't sweep us this time, but it really didn't matter. But yeah, the Steelers, they've had a rough stretch of games. I told you guys, these guys are never for real just because they can't get over the hump. Even when they were 10-3, I still didn't see them really winning a game or two. Well, they might be able to win here just because Zay Flowers is out for the Ravens, and that's a big, big woof. But I still believe in Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. They should be able to still have a lot of production, and then the other guys. But listen, the Steelers, their defense is good, obviously, but they've let up a lot of things happen with their defense. Like a lot of points, a lot of passing yards, a lot of rushing yards, a lot of everything. And their offense hasn't really been clicking either. I mean, George Pickens had a rough game against the Bengals. Pat Freiermuth was their leading receiver. which is a tight end. But, I mean, you really need Pat Freiermuth and George Pickens. If you're going to make a real deep run, Warren's going to have to play good. Najee Harris is going to have to play good. Russell Wilson's going to have to ball out. George Pickens and Pat Freiermuth will all have to come together, as long as a whole bunch of other stuff. But, yeah, I don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers really making it through this round. I think the Ravens are going to be a little bit too much for them. I wish I didn't have to predict this game, but I am going to take the Ravens here. Might keep it a low-scoring game. I do believe in Pittsburgh's defense. I just don't believe in their offense, man. They have not shown it for the past weeks. And I understand Pickens was out for like 2 of those games, but even with him coming back, it still didn't do anything. He didn't have no production against Cincinnati. He had 1 catch for 0 yards, bro. Just basically a waste of down, and everything else was just targets. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens 19-10. You should be able to get the win here in advance to the divisional round. As we got the next game, man. The next game, you got Broncos at Bills. So look at this. We got all 3 AFC games out of the way already. Well, going into this. But yeah. The Broncos at Bills. The Broncos, man. What a season from the Broncos. And what a season from Bo Nix, most importantly. And the defense. The defense is just playing amazing. Bo Nix is playing amazing. I know it was the Chiefs' backups, but hey, I said the Broncos might compete with them. I was wrong. And listen, Bo Nix, he is the future of the Denver Broncos. No matter what happens in this game, he is. And their defense is really clicking. Offense is clicking too. Everything is clicking for Denver, but they have a big one against Buffalo. And the Buffalo Bills, they didn't have to start starters. So, Josh Allen, he's been on a tear. James Cook, always playing decent. And everybody else, it don't matter who he's throwing to. He's on the Josh Allen is on the field. So it doesn't matter who the receivers are, defenders are, anybody. He will tear you up. And listen, I understand I know there's a lot of Broncos hype going on, but I think this is the game where it all comes down to. This is another one of those classic Buffalo shootout games. Or beatdown games in Buffalo. It always happens in the wild card. I don't unsee it here either for some reason. I'm taking the Bills here 38-10 to win. A blowout game. Listen, I don't think I think the Bills are just so much better than the Broncos by some weird reasons. I just think Bo Nix is due for another bad game. He's a rookie. I just don't see him playing at a high level against the Bills. And the Bills always give everybody a tough time in the playoffs, unless it's the Chiefs. But yeah, they always do give everybody a tough time. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills 38-10. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a little bit more closer. If the Broncos do play at their potential, it could be 31-38, for all we know. But yeah, Broncos, sorry you fall short. But remember, you guys got a quarterback. And that's all that matters from the end of the season. Now go get your quarterback some goddamn receivers. He's throwing to some people named Vel. Like, what? Anyways, next game you got at 4:30 on Sunday. You got the Packers at the Eagles. The Packers, man. They lost to Chicago. They lost a lot of motivation going into the playoffs. Also lost Christian Watson. I think he's out for the whole playoffs too. And man, it's been that type of year for the Packers. Just because, injuries wise, and now you get to see the Bears finally beat you, and it's kind of sad. You're still in the playoffs though, but losing Christian Watson was huge. And Jordan Love, I think he got banged up. Correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, I don't think he did. But yeah, Christian Watson out for the playoffs. Sorry, Watson. And yeah, it's been that season for the Packers. And the Eagles, on the other hand, they started Tanner McKee and those guys, and yeah, they got the number 2 seed. And listen, I think they got the 2 seed. Yeah, 2 seed. Listen, a 7 seed with 11-6 record is actually crazy though. Can we talk about that? Wait, maybe they got the 3 seed. I don't freaking know. But whatever seed the Eagles got, I think it was the 3 now that I think about it. I think Minnesota got the 2 because Rams are a lower record, yeah. But yeah, The Packers, man, I think this is where they fall short. I think they'll still compete with the Eagles. The Eagles just have too much. They're gonna have Jalen Hurts back. They got Saquon. They got Devontae Smith. They got Dallas Goedert. They got Calcaterra, dude. They got Kenny Gainwell. I mean, you could just keep naming them, and I haven't even talked about the defense. So yeah, give me the Eagles here, man. Sorry, Packers. Maybe next year. Just get healthy and get another receiver or something. I don't know. 34-24. Eagles get the W there. Next game you got the Commanders at Buccaneers. This is at night on Sunday night. And listen, this is a really good game. This is going to be an interesting game too. You got the Commanders with Jaden Daniels getting that 4 seed. Or that 5 seed. And listen, the Commanders are in the playoffs, dude. I didn't expect them to make the playoffs. I really didn't. But Jaden Daniels is just him. And Dan Quinn has put together a really good team. He has a little bit of playoff experience. We'll see what happens here. This is going to be a very interesting game. Going against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sorry, I can't talk. It's really late at night while I'm making this video. So sorry, guys. If I'm stuttering or anything, or I sound weird, sorry. It's just late at night. But yeah, the Buccaneers, man, they claimed the playoff spot with a win. They didn't even have to win since the Falcons lost to the Panthers. And listen, the Buccaneers got Mike Evans another 1,000 yards. Now they're back in the postseason. They're feeling good. They're at home. I've been going back and forth with this game. I really have. And it's going to come down to the wire. Who's going to get the last score? Who's going to get that stop on defense? Listen, I love Jaden Daniels, and I love the Washington Commanders. But I got the Buccaneers getting the win, 27-20. Listen, the reason because I just think Baker Mayfield is just freaking balling right now, man. I just don't know. Jaden Daniels is obviously balling too, but listen, Terry, Mike Evans, it's gonna be a competitive game. It's at home in Tampa Bay. That gives them a lot of motivation, and we've seen it. We've seen the motivation happen in Tampa Bay when they're at home for a playoff game, and I just don't think it's gonna stop. I think it should be a really close game, though. I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders end up winning this game. But I just think Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans are killing it right now, man. Even McMillan's killing it out here. And yeah, I just think the Buccaneers are a little bit better and much more experienced, kind of. Mike Evans is definitely experienced. And yeah, we'll see what happens there. And the last game in the playoffs, guys, you got the Vikings heading to Los Angeles, which is crazy, man. The Vikings as a 5 seed with a 14-3 record. What the frick, man? And listen, the Rams, they're the Rams. They really are the Rams. And the Rams have been dealing with a lot of injuries with the receivers, Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, obviously. But now, they're fully healthy. But this ain't going to be a walk in the park. I know they're hosting this game. This isn't going to be a walk in the park for them, though, as they're taking on the Vikings, who just lost to Detroit, lost the number 1 seed, and are looking to try to get the win against the Rams. Obviously, they're not going to take it as like a, oh no, season's over thing. They're going to take it as a little bit of motivation, I think. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff at this point. But I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think this is a really, really interesting game. Justin Jefferson, Sam Darnold's been balling out. Aaron Jones, Jefferson, they got all the weapons there too. And this comes down. This is a coin flip game to me. But guys, I think it's about time for the Vikings. I think they're going to get this win. High scoring affair. I got the Vikings winning 38-28. And if all my predictions are right, then hooray. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys like the Wildcard weekend predictions. Let me know who's your guys' team, who you guys are rooting for to go all the way. My team is the Lions so far. I want the Lions to win it all for us. Not for us, but for them. They deserve it the most. Either them or Buffalo. But yeah. Anyways, guys, that is the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I'm sorry for stuttering a lot in this video. I've been really tired. It's 2 a.m. right now, and I really wanted to get this video out because I was so busy today. But yeah, guys, that's besides the point. Love you all, and see ya for the division round. Peace out.